What do Nike, Netflix, and Amazon all have in common? Well, they have a widely diverse target market, and about the same amount of men and women are their consumers. And almost any age group, particularly teen to middle age, are consuming their products. It would make sense to carry out a similar theme on their decision making teams. And even though you may see a woman or maybe even a woman of color on their executive leadership team, white men still occupy their top spots. Whether it's Nike, Netflix, Amazon, or some other brand, women of color are sorely underrepresented at decision making tables, which explains why they aren't advancing to the number one spot. As of June of 2019, there are only 24 women CEOs, representing a mere 5% of Fortune 500 companies. Lisa Su, CEO of Advanced Micro Devices, and Joey Watt, CEO of Yum China Holdings, are the only two women of color CEOs out of the 24 women. Ursula Burns was the first Black woman CEO of a Fortune 500 company, but she retired in 2017. And Geisha Williams, the first Latina CEO of a Fortune 500 company, retired in 2019. Aside from these four, there have only been four additional women of color CEOs of a Fortune 500 company out of the 85 in total in history. To date, women of color have lesser numbers in leadership, in science, math, technology, on Wall Street, in political positions, and on corporate boards. The leadership inside of many of our favorite companies are not reflective of the lens and experiences of their consumers. Yet we know that diverse decision-making teams are good for business. To curate the best decision-making team means being intentional about our actions and ensuring that there is a growing pipeline of women of color, starting from entry-level positions, rising to the C-suite. When women of color are not seated at these tables of power, using their voices, it is a disservice to them overall as consumers.